live on Insta.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
My hair situation.
Okay, I can hear you.
1, 2, 1, 2. You hear yourself?
Yes, I do.
Great. Welcome to my podcast, Wholesome Together. I'm Tamar, and I'm a certified holistic health coach. All discussions in this podcast are general information and not intended for medical advice. Please consult with your physician or healthcare provider for any questions or concerns. Hi, everyone. Good morning, and welcome to Wholesome Together. I'm your host, Tamar, and I have a special guest here with me, Limor Ness from
Hi.
Kfar Saba Farm.
Hi, how are you?
How are you, everyone? Today we are going to talk to Limor, and we are going to talk about her farm, where it is, how she got started, and most importantly, how animals benefit humans. So, Limor, good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Good, thank you. Nice to have you here.
Thank you. I enjoyed your show, and I was really happy when you asked me to come.
Yeah, I enjoyed being at your farm, which is why I wanted to have you on the show, because I took my daughter and we had such an amazing time. She gave us such great attention, and it was so much fun. So if you guys have any children, highly recommend. So Limor, tell us a little bit about you, about your farm, how you got started.
Our farm is called Kfar Saba Urban Farm. The literal translation in Hebrew means Grandpa's Village. Our entire family lives on the same street for many years. My parents started it. And so this is Grandpa's Village. My sisters and I and our parents together in this really big commune, just like a kibbutz. And so it was kind of natural. I grew up this way, always having animals around me. My parents always surrounded us with a lot of unconditional love from them and from the animals. And so it was kind of very natural for me growing up to go into that field. I went into vet school, unfortunately never finished, but became a veterinary nurse and always had animals around me. And the universe is kind of what guides the entire farm. They just kind of come when they need to, when we need them, when it's right. They just come.
So tell us what your day is like. How does your morning start? What's your routine with all the animals? I imagine it being very busy.
So it's rewarding, first of all. So you
Yeah.
wake up in the morning and the first thing to do is to feed the animals, because in the Torah it says specifically that you feed your animals first.
That's right.
And so we go out. It's my husband and I mostly. We have 2 children. They do help when they're asked. They do like the animals, but growing up like this, it's a little different, I am assuming.
Yeah, it's not one dog.
Yeah, it's not one dog. So we go out and we visit them and we care for them. We give them their, whatever they love to eat. Each one specifically tailored for their own nutrition and their needs. We do medications, clean the stalls, clean everything. Everybody gets fresh water and tons of petting. It's kind of a process. It's our daily living.
Yeah, and I must say that was one of my comments when I went there, is how clean her place was. Outside, inside, and she's got all these animals. I mean, I just have a 3-year-old, and my place looks way more of a disaster. Well, I have 2 dogs too, but she just really takes care of them. You can tell. We got to feed her tortoises. We were feeding them carrots, and the dogs, of course, were kind of taking away from the tortoises. They wanted those carrots too. So tell us, which animals do you have, and what are their names?
Wow, it's gonna take the whole entire show. kidding me?
Tell us some. Tell
Let's
us a
do this
few.
quickly. So in the barn we have a miniature horse, 2 alpacas, goats, chickens, a turkey and a duckling.
Oh yeah, the duckling is
Shinchon.
Shinchon is
He's
so
so
cute.
He is. See, that's another example of the magic of the universe. He just kind of came. He hatched from his egg and lost his mom somehow, and so, and a good Samaritan, somebody that really loves animals, and was walking her bunny at the park.
Oh my gosh.
He saw her and he said, "Well, she will take him," and she did. And she was looking for like 2 hours to find somebody that owns ducks, and she came to us, and so that's how we got Shinchon, and he's so awesome.
And he has that adopted mother, right? Who's his mother in the
He
farm?
actually has 2 now.
Oh, he
so
has 2.
yes, he has 2 moms. His first mom is Frida, our turkey. She's incredible. She was also saved from the slaughterhouse in Koreatown about 4 years ago, and so she adopted him. And recently, just a couple, maybe 2 weeks, he's about a month old now, the horse took over.
Wow.
Yes. So he was left unattended, me, for a few minutes. In the entire farm, in this barn, which would be kind of dangerous for him because he's a little duckling, and those are very mean chickens. And so they are to others. And so the horse was watching him. She put her nose down to him, and she was watching him the whole time.
That is so sweet. You
So
guys,
I love that.
humans, we need to learn compassion and kindness and how to, take care and be kind to other humans, and animals are just born with it.
Animals have it, and they have it to each other. They have it to others. I see an amazing response with animals' unconditional love and their sixth sense, being able to sense the needs of us humans when sometimes we don't see it ourselves because we have so many filters that are kind of preventing us from seeing things, and they really don't. They see everything, and so you see amazing reactions between the humans and the animals themselves. Horses in particular have an amazing sense of feeling and understanding, and they just heal. Sitting around them just heals you. And so when I tell you about my morning routine, it's not a routine. It's my dose of medicine.
Yeah, you get all those oxytocins and serotonins being released, which is our anti-stress hormones.
Absolutely.
So those are all our happy hormones that we get.
Opioids,
They're opioids.
They're the happy hormones, and so
without these are the natural ones that we have.
So naturally, I get a high out of being, around the animals.
Yeah.
It's true. When I don't have an animal around me, I actually thought of bringing, who should I bring here? But knowing that they're going to be away from their own surroundings for a long time, then, the idea kind of went off the table. But I feel naked.
Without them?
Yes, I do. I feel like I'm missing an arm.
Yeah. And then you have she has some really large tortoises also.
Yes.
And how many do you have?
We now have 5. We were at 2 for a very long time. We have 2 Sulcata tortoises. They're in their 20s, so not too old. They're, young. They live about 100 years. We also have 2 Russian tortoises that are 36 years old. That's a good age. They've lived their life together with an older lady who moved to a nursing home, and so I promised her I'll take care of them and I'll give them, a good home for the rest of their lives. So they came, and we have a baby, one that looks just like the size of a silver dollar.
Yeah.
She's also a Russian. Luba.
Yeah, my daughter was holding him in her hand.
Yeah, Luba's awesome.
And then she's got some birds.
We have 14 parrots. All of them are rescues. We didn't mention that, but I guess it goes without saying, right? They are all rescues, especially with the birds. It's a little different. Birds are flock animals. They're supposed to be in big groups. That also helps their mental health. When big parrots are bought, they're usually bought alone. They cost a lot of money, and people want them to bond with them, and so they take them on, and they usually don't understand the amount of responsibility it takes to raise a big, majestic parrot. And so they come out very stressed, lonely, and so they start pulling their feathers out. Some of them self-mutilate, which is even worse, and then they come to me.
Wow.
And our motivation is to pair everybody, is to try and give them, if not their same kind, then something that would just be a companion. And so that's what we do.
That's amazing. So I wanted to talk about a little bit about how animals benefit us, especially children. Children that have any learning disabilities like ADHD or autism. There's been studies that show how beneficial animals are for these children. Have you seen it with your own eyes, how children benefit from being with these animals?
I see it every day. I have to give you a small disclosure. I'm not a therapist. I've never been certified as a therapist to treat children with animals. I have been working with them for many, many years. I've been working in the nursing home settings with pet therapy for at least 15 or 20 years, and with children. And so my experience is just from knowledge. My knowledge is just from experience, I should say. From seeing it happen day in, day out. Either you intentionally do it or not. So if somebody comes just to really heal with the animals, or somebody comes just to visit the farm, and little magical moments of healing happen.
I mean, you can't help but, like, when you get there, you're gonna smile, right? And happiness, smiling, these are all really good things for us, for our stress levels. So I just think it's amazing. So it's a proven fact that animals decrease our stress by increasing the levels of serotonin and dopamine. And animals also improve your heart health. It's also proven that people that own animals have lower triglyceride levels and cholesterol levels. So
sometimes I feel I have more cholesterol when I deal with 5 dogs, 3 cats, children. But
you think true. You do, but you probably
don't.
No,
I don't. I'm kidding. Absolutely, it does help you. Also with people who have any health conditions, especially with the elder population, where depression is the #1 disease in the population.
Which loneliness increases depression.
Yes, and so owning an animal, a pet, a companion, something that you need to wake up in the morning for.
Someone that needs you.
Exactly, somebody else that is relying on you to provide them with everything they need. That really, really helps.
Yeah.
Right? And you can see it. So
even also if you're a dog owner, I mean, not so much all your animals, but let's say you own a dog, it's gonna make you exercise more because you have to get up and walk your animal.
Yes.
It's gonna make you socialize more because the person you walk by with another dog is probably gonna start a conversation with you. So that's also
so
good
many
for our
weddings
health.
started at the dog park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's true.
That's another benefit.
And then also fish. If you just look at fish swimming, it's also very calming. You don't have any fish yet that you've rescued, do
No,
you?
but my kid's dentist's office has a huge tank, and it helps a ton. They come in, the pediatrician has a fish tank.
There's a reason why, especially children's doctors and dentists, they always have fish tanks.
Yeah.
It's really calming.
It's calming both the kids and the parents before they pay.
Yeah, right? Before we get the bill. And so you were saying that some of your animals they're not trained to be emotional. Are they? Emotional
Actually
support?
are trained. One of our dogs is a therapy dog. Like I said, I worked in the nursing home setting for 10 years with two of my dogs, en route with me every day in, day out. Um, Most of the animals that you see on the farm have worked most of their lives with us, which means that if I need to take an animal into a nursing home, then I would take like a goat or one chicken and really work one-on-one with the residents, with the animals. The dogs are always in tow, so that's kind of a given, and it's huge. And so once COVID hit, for example, and I couldn't go into the nursing homes anymore, we felt a real need to open our farm, which was never open to the public before COVID. We should say that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yes. So the farm has just celebrated its first year of being open to the public. COVID was an opportunity for us to really open our home and our farm to people that really needed it at that time. So talking about the health benefits of it. We were in the midst of a pandemic, right? Everybody was confused and scared and cooped up in their homes, and going outside with masks and being socially distant, but still outside with animals was just an incredible opportunity to really kind of give back to the community, I guess.
Yeah, so you're getting some vitamin D, fresh air, animals, being around other people.
Yes, it's been a godsend. For
Wow.
me, it's my dream come true to really teach and educate children of all ages, people, about animals, about compassion, about, their lives. How do they, where do they live? What did they eat? Where did they come from? The kids love to learn about that. So that's
I have to say, when we walked in, one of her dogs kind of like helps with the tours. He walked us around everywhere we went. He came with us. What's that dog's name?
that's Shanti.
Yeah, he was
Shanti
the tour
runs
guide.
the place. Yeah, he's the tour guide. He knows exactly where we're going at any given time. He helps gather the chickens if I need him to. He kind of separates anything that starts between the goats, like they want to play rough. He very gently moves between them and kind of separates them.
That is so
He's
cute.
my right hand.
And I got to hold a chicken. He was so cute, the white chicken.
Yes.
I never held a chicken before.
That's Victor. He's a silky.
He was so
And so this is
pretty.
actually a really good example. Textures of animals and the way that they feel on your skin. Some children have a problem with touch. And so you teach them the different textures and the different feelings it gives you and the stimulation it does to your body. And so you feel a chicken that feels like silk, like Victor.
It's like hair. It's not feathers.
It's like fur.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's not like a regular chicken who is waterproof, and so her feathers are more flat and very very kind of plastic-like because they insulate. So it's a different feel, a different texture. The kids really can understand.
Yeah, and that's really good for their development. It's like taking them to all those. I took my daughter to so many baby classes, and it's all about their touch and
motor skills.
Yeah, so any child with any disability, I would just imagine how good that would be for them in so many different ways. And then the parrot, we got to sing a song to the parrot, which my daughter still brings up that he danced to her song. We sang, what did we sing? Mr. Sun.
You Are My Sunshine.
Oh, You're My Sunshine.
He loves that song.
Yeah, that's
so
what we sang.
he's an example of a bird. We have two. These are green-winged macaws. One of them is 39 years old, and the other one is 33, Nicola. And he was alone for many, many years, and she was alone for many, many years. And when we got him, it was natural for us to just start pairing them. It took about a year. They're just like humans,
Isn't that amazing? How
Yeah.
animals, they don't want to be alone either.
No.
They want to be with other, and it's funny how different animals, different species, they all come together and they become family. I mean, I saw the duckling on her turkey. Just he
Yeah.
carries him around. It was so adorable.
He's too big now to be carried, so he just walks after her, and that's so cute.
I saw him swimming in your pool yesterday.
Yeah, you uncovered me. I do
I'm
that only
sorry.
when my husband's not home.
Oh, sorry. Just kidding.
Just for a little bit, nothing happened.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he needs to exercise. What can I
Yeah,
do?
you're
Yeah.
gonna have to get a pond.
I actually do have one. We were discussing it the other day. I just need to get it out there for him, and this way I don't have to hide him in
A
the pool
baby
anymore.
pool.
I actually have a really nice one that's
Yeah.
vintage. It's gonna look
You gotta
good.
get that out. And then I was asking you, when I was there last time, I was asking you if you grew any of your crops that they eat, but you don't, but you should. But
I have
it's so
no
much
room.
work. I know.
have no room. I don't have the time, and I'm not sure about the green thumb either. You know,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not sure about that. But we do get a lot of donations, food donations, and this is actually the place to thank everyone that does help us with donations. There's an awesome place called the Tomato Patch, and these ladies save every piece of vegetable so I can feed the tortoises, and
Oh,
so
that's
that's amazing.
amazing.
They've been doing it for years. They're super committed, and so thank you, Tomato Patch.
Thank you.
They're here in Tarzana. Also, we get Trader Joe's kind of on a third kind of level. They do give it to a food bank, which I think is what they need to do. It's all good food that shouldn't go to waste. And then when they're done with
absolutely.
distributing to people in need, and then they just bring us the access, which is awesome.
Oh, that is really awesome.
So that really helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys, I highly recommend, especially if you have children, go check her out. She's located in Winnetka.
Winnetka, that's right.
She will definitely be tagged on the station so you guys could find her. I highly recommend. She does birthday parties as well.
We do.
Like, what a fun children's birthday you could have.
They had this amazing birthday not long ago with little alpaca-shaped piñatas.
Oh, how cute.
We didn't talk about the alpacas. We'll talk about them next time.
No, we can talk
we
about
can talk
them.
about them?
Yeah, we can talk
Awesome.
about them. Let's talk about the alpacas. You have two of them.
Yes, that's another really good example of the universe kind of working its magic. Because, you know, when we started opening to the public, we decided that since we've been doing this ourselves for 12 years out of our own pockets, every money that comes in from the tours that we do, then we're going to put back into the animals, of course.
Right.
And so we build new stables and coops, and the day we put the roof on the new stable is the day I got a call about 2 alpacas, which was incredible.
They are so cute.
Buba and Levana.
That's right.
Yeah. They're amazing in their own way. They're really shy animals. They're kind of a camel. They come from the camel family. But carrots do wonder.
They like carrots too.
They love carrots, and then they kind of open up to you, and they're super nice, and you can see their own development in the farm.
And their own, they all have their own
Yeah,
personalities.
and their personalities are kind of coming out.
And do you notice the two have different personalities?
Oh yeah, Levana, she's royal. You know, she doesn't like us touching her. She's like, oh, she's a little disgusted. Buba's awesome. Buba's more outgoing, but that's another, you know, pack situation. They love little children, the alpacas. They also take upon themselves any babies that are born next to them. And so when the goat kids were born, they were born in the alpaca stall, and the alpacas just kind of took to them immediately and started walking after them and took responsibility for them. Making sure that they're safe. So everybody has an eye. It's kind of a, you know, a female pack. They're all girls, and these 2 little boys came, and everybody was, it's like it takes a village, right?
Yeah.
It takes a village to raise a kid. There you go.
Yeah. And then do they all sleep together?
They have their own rooms. Everybody, you know, gets to have their own room, their own water, their own food. You don't mix them with food because food is competition.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of omit the competition, just the fun part.
Yeah.
So they all sleep in their own rooms, but they all interact together all the time. if you would take the alpacas out now, the horse is going to start neighing and start running from side to side. Very stressful, because
That's
part
his
of their
pack.
herd
Yeah.
is gone. So it's like it's a lot of constellations of families within one.
Isn't
The
that
alpacas
amazing?
love children, and so they come and they just kind of kiss you on the head
Aww.
with their little mustaches.
And they got those eyelashes.
Yes.
Those long eyelashes.
That's why we called her Booba, because she looks like a
little,
doll.
Yeah, a little doll. So you guys, highly, highly recommend. Go check out our farm. Such a fun experience. It is hot, so try to come.
Yeah, either early or late in the afternoon.
Yeah, early or late. The animals get sprayed down, so they're nice and cooled off.
Yes.
And yeah, any information you have will be, we'll definitely list it, so you're able to find her. Again, this is Limor Ness from Kfar Saba Farm.
Yeah.
Stuttering. And
Thank you
so
so
nice
much.
to have you.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate
And we'll have
it.
you
It was
again,
fun.
and I will come visit again.
Please
and I would
do.
love one day all of TLA Radio. We're
Yes,
all
we're
gonna have
a field trip.
Yeah.
TLA Radio.
That's right.
That's
And well, maybe we'll be able to put it on the show so you guys can see us
We should
there.
do an off-location
Yeah,
show. There
that
we
would
go.
be fun.
Yes.
That's a great idea.
Let's do that.
So thank you for listening, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.